Time for my 151st John Carpenter game. Want to be Millionaire, the Australian first edition for the DVD. Fine, exactly 100 games ago, I had the Rolf Harris question kick off for 100 about who had the namesake of underwear. So if I get that, then it'd be like lightning strikes twice. Okay. Which vegetable sprouts have a Belgian city in their name? Brussels, Antwerp, Ghent, Bruges. Would that be Brussels?
Easy. That's the right answer. Have a look at question number 2. It's worth $200.
One of the best picture Oscar for 1991 was the sounds of the greys, lambs, rams, wolves. That'd be sounds of the lambs.
Nice one. It's the correct answer. Here's question number 3. It's worth $300.
What is the name of a description that is wrongly applied to something? Misadventure, misdemeanor, misnomer, misunderstanding. That'd be a misnomer.
Easy. That's the right answer. Remember, a wrong answer here and you will leave with nothing. I'm sure that won't happen. Question number 4.
Okay. With which cuisine do we associate California rolls? Japanese, Chinese, Mexican, Italian. That'd be the Japanese type of sushi.
That's the right answer. It's going well so far.
I had the hyacinth bouquet as an option choice in the last game about the Purnell scales. That game, now I'm thinking about the whole Chinese takeaway phone calls. The hyacinth bouquet off of God keeping up appearances. Whose test record was beaten by Brian Lara in April 2004 with his score of 400 against England? Matthew Hayden, Adam Gilchrist, Ricky Ponting, Darren Lehman. That'd be Matthew Hayden, who had a 380 against Zimbabwe in 2003, which Hayden broke Lara's first record, which was a 375 in 1994. On up against England, actually. So,
You've reached the first milestone.
and then
That's
Friday was
1,000.
Scarford Soul, which was
Have a look at question
365
6.
against
It could double your
Pakistan
money
in
to
58.
2,000. Which distilled liquor has a variety called cognac? Whiskey, brandy, vodka.
But my triple balls is actually a question in the Australian Family Picture Edition game.
Well done.
Just rewarded properly with Brandy being in a completely different answer spot.
Here comes a question. 7 out of a possible 15. It's worth $4,000.
Good.
Glen Rowan in Victoria boasts a big what? Ned Kelly, merino, bunch of grapes, watermelon.
Glen Rowan, that'd be Big Ned Kelly statue, actually. anytime Ned Kelly's not choice in this game, it's always Ned Kelly.
Okay, if you choose the right answer to the next question, you can double your money to $8,000.
I think Glen Rowan was the birth city
Let's
of
have a
Ned
look at
Kelly, if
question
I'm not
8
mistaken,
of 15.
actually. Or maybe in his death city, actually.
Who plays Clarice Starling in Hannibal, the film sequel to The Silence of the Lambs? Ashley Judd, Julianne Moore, Jodie Foster, Meg
It'd be
Ryan.
Julianne Moore. Yeah, Hannibal came out in 2000, actually. Science Says came out in 91. Even though the book was written in 88 or 89. Science Lambs, so.
The jumps are starting to get a lot bigger now. Here is question 9 for a possible $16,000. Who was the title character in Shakespeare's play The Merchant of Venice? Shylock, Bassanio, Portia.
Alright, number question that was in the Australian Family Picture Dish DVD game.
No problems
And
there.
even
That's
worse,
the right answer.
that one in the Australian Family Picture Dish game was copied word for word. I mean, I criticize this game for having the cooperative rivalries question word for word, but
This is where the
when the
drop starts
follow-up
to get
game
steep.
has questions
Get
from the
next
first
question
game,
wrong,
and even to a
you
lesser
lose
extent, there's questions from the
$15,000.
Australian edition
Right,
PS1 game
you
in this
win
game. That's when I gotta
$32,000
criticize
guaranteed.
Australian programmers, actually, so.
Brucellosis is a disease found primarily in which type of animals? Birds, reptiles, cattle,
The big
fish.
cattle.
Well played. You're absolutely right. Question number 11 is worth $64,000. You would still walk away with $32,000 even if you get it wrong. Let's hope you don't.
Okay.
What instrument does a campanologist study or play? Drums, gongs, bells, cymbals.
A campanologist plays bells in Victoria.
Absolutely spot on. Well done. The next question is worth a whopping $125,000. It's number 12 of 15. Take your time.
Okay.
It's a lot of money. Which flower belongs to the genus Helianthus? Sunflower, buttercup, chrysanthemum,
That'd be
marigold.
sunflower. And I pronounce this chrysanthemum. Not what Eddie said. So.
Of course it is. That's the right answer.
And chrysanthemum I know is, believe Japanese. So.
Right, now just relax and take your time. The next question is number 13 of a possible 15. If you answer and you're wrong, you will drop back to $32,000. Here's the question for $250,000.
Okay.
The two types of condor are the Andean and the what? Mexican, Colombian, Californian, American.
Could be the Californian condor.
Well played. You are absolutely right. This is getting very, very serious. You are only 2 correct answers away from winning $1 million. But if you give me a wrong answer here, you will lose $218,000. Have a look at question number 14 and think very carefully about what you want to do. Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell are the star in a 2005 film based on which 1960s TV show? I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, The Munsters.
That'd be Bewitched, which was actually 2006 when it came out, not 2005. And that's with this one because Balthasar, Australian Atomic Energy Commission, and Tychonotes has a 1 in 17 odds. I'll say for this one, I'll go with Joseph Stalin, which would be Priesthood.
Fantastic! You've played a brilliant game so far, and now have $500,000. But we would really like to give you $1 million. Take as long as you need. Here comes the $1 million question. Between 1956 and 1960, which soccer team won the first 5 European Champions Cups? Manchester United, Ajax Amsterdam, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid.
That'd be Real Madrid who won the first 5, and then it was Benfica went back to back in 61 and 62. I know Real Madrid ended up winning a 6th in 66. Actually, I think there was one player actually fought in all 6 actually in first. First 11 years, the was now known as the UEFA Champions League.
What a tremendous game. All 15 questions answered correctly. Well done. You are a virtual millionaire. Well done, and thank you for playing.
You got here. I'm on a streak of 4 in a row, so I'm going to here actually. So. Yeah, this is the 151 so far. So far the games. This is this is the most I've done of any DVD game, and it's now 8 short of the top 5. Top 5. People wondering. Third-ish PS1 game, 159 games, which before the strike in December was the most I've done of any PS1 game. So. That being said, thanks for watching.